we're getting there. Probe-tators are now all rooted in. Now producing 3 times the power. 32 joules per second. That's as much as a Sputnik. Hardly worth building anything else now. But we're not going to build anything yet because we've got... There we go. Potato plant. Of course. Potato plant is coming in. Harvest power from the surface. 230 joules per second once landed. Lovely. And this thing here, whatever the heck this is. This is a potato wedge thing, isn't it? Here we go, we're nearly there. Did I pick up the kinetic spark as well? The sparkifier? I can't remember. Anyway, here we goes. Large potato plant. Which one are we going to come? Oh, we're here, aren't we? We're still the biggest dot in the sky. But that is almost as big as us, if not bigger. There it goes. Don't land on one of the potatoes, please. Here it goes, landing. Ooh, potato plant landed successfully. Impact uncovered ancient stuff. Good job, computer. You're doing a great job with the words here. We'll excavate the site with more power. Check the data area for progress. This is the data area. Oh, it's just building up. Analysis 1.9%. I think it gets faster if we put another potato plant down there. But 326,000 joules, it's not going to happen anytime soon. They could put some more potatoes down there. Because, I mean, I don't think anything's going to be really matching that for power output, is it really? Well, actually, not bad. 10 times. Yeah. One more? One more? Large them? Oh, like a bombing run going down. What have we got over here? Anything new? Golden Sputnik foil. Reflect your power back to your ship efficiently. Really? Is that how it works? Sputnik power gain times by 3. And potato planters. Better foundations for potato power making. Potato power gain times by 2. Literally put it in a pot, are you? Well, okay, I guess are they all landed yet? These are all satellites, aren't we? Yeah, there's a big string of them there on the surface. We're getting there, I guess. We're going to be... We're at 10% already. Getting there. How's the ratios looking now? Times by 10. I'm not much into ambient, but it's doesn't give me a tingle. Want a couple more satellites. Just chuck them out the airlock. I assume we've got an airlock. What are we, by the way? I mean, this is an AI of some sort. But are we just like we a person in there? Are we a subroutine? Probably am just a subroutine. I'm not really. I appear to be doing. I'm clicking something, so I guess I'm a. What's the conceit here? Maybe I'm just an animated arm. I'm not sure. Let's not think of it too much. Make our brains hurt. So now we've got 6 satellites, loads of stuff on the surface, and this is all on our little ship. Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll wait for this to finish and see where to go from there. Well, the analysis is finished. Comparing the data to what little I have on file, and it isn't about potatoes, it looks like we're on our home planet Terra, which can't be right, as it's meant not to be dead. That's correct, it must be the year 2359. I've updated all our date records, so now over here it has a date as opposed to some sort of timer. Developing landing technology. I want to get a closer look at this thing. I've added it to the idea lister. So it now says orbiting mass, Earth ? Atmosphere thick, as opposed to the inhabitants thick. Inhabitants all dead, apparently. But there you go. There's probably a broken Statue of Liberty somewhere, and an Eiffel Tower, and a smashed up Taj Mahal, and monkeys or something similar running everywhere. So let's see here. What do we need to do? A pod module. Wow. Prepare escape pod for our harsh landing. Ship will remain in orbit producing things. 6 million joules. Well, we're nearly at 1 million already, I guess. And we could launch another potato plant. This is landing pod. Whatever this thing is, we need this first. Is that going to help? Times by 3. Well, we've got it already. So how good does this make our Sputniks now? They're not nearly 50% of the power coming in. So I mean, it jumps around between what's making the most. This is only 10%. I could launch another one of these, but there's not really much point, is there, really? Because it's only producing 10% of the power, and it's much more expensive. We'll get in there, though. Oh, my goodness, I just realised. Whatever that says. 3 times power production from Sputnik's vodka. Add vodka and Russian dancing. I don't know. Yes. So what do we do now? Probably more waiting, I'd imagine. No point saying that. Then what's the cheapest thing now for the power? 32, 126. It's got to be this, isn't it? Really? 4 times. Yeah. So they're the satellites. Let's chuck some more out. There we go. But we could probably do a couple more. What was this? Graphene Sputnik wraps. I know. Let's use graphene for something. Sputnik power gain times by 2. Well, sure. You get some graphene. You use some graphene. It's good. It's good stuff. This scatter of trash. We're firing. What, a planet's dead. No one's going to be complaining, are they? Really? We should know it's dead, really, when no one's firing missiles up at us or sending Bruce Willis up or anything else like that. So, you know, we have our own ring system at this rate. You might as well join them together and make it not a ring world, but an orbital. What would you call that? Not a space station. An entire ring. Definitely made out of pretty damn hard stuff, tougher than potatoes. Make an entire ring, but no, I think they're all sort of gaggling together over here. What's a collective word for potatoes? Field? Sack of potatoes? A sack of potatoes. We've got a sack of potatoes over here. Oh, making stuff up as I go along as usual. Is there any else point in? No, I suppose just saving up for 6 million. I guess I'll keep pushing the power a little bit until I get gaining that fast. Really, I guess. I'll bring you back then. Oh, just fiddling around with these. I've got a new addition. Maris Piers. Not Maris Pipers, Maris Piers. Is that a real potato? 30? I don't know. I'm going to buy it anyway. It's only 160,000 joules. Bang! What does that do for us? Not a lot, I mean, but it's far better than this now. It's far better than the solar panels. But it's nothing amazing, is it really? So another clicking, I can hear another set of clicking. It's the hamsters away. Give me a second. I'm back after my hamster check. Yeah, we have a very old hamster. He's a sweetheart. But when I'm working from home, I always keep an eye on him, check how he's doing. And obviously he's a hamster, so he doesn't get up much during the day. He's mostly up, excuse me, at night. But if I'm sitting in the office, his cage is across the landing, and if he comes out and has a drink, then I can hear him. It makes like a clicking noise because it's one of those little metal, metal balls inside the drink bottle. He has a little drink. He's now wandering around upstairs. He's a very old hamster, and he's a bit doddery. He doesn't get up very much. And he's had a bit of a bad session recently. He's not been particularly well. I think his legs and his back hurt a little bit. But he's a bit more beans again now, and he's now wandering around the top. It's like a split level cage. He's now wandering around the top of his cage, looking for food. There you go. At one point, it got so bad I'd actually taken the ladder out of his cage so he couldn't climb down the floor because it was so painful watching him do it. I didn't want him falling down. I took his pipe away as well. He's got a pipe that sort of feeds from the top to the bottom, and he's a bit too doddery for that as well now. But I don't know. Cosmo, what are you looking for? Yeah, exactly. That's not an adequate way of getting down a set of steps. Not, tuck the feet in and roll. Sorry, distracted. Potatoes and hamsters. Oh, my Cosmo. Anyway, appropriate name actually, Cosmo, considering what we're doing here. What am I doing? I've lost track. I've been hamster distracted, which is not a bad way to be distracted. Let's just buy these. We got potatoes. They're probably slightly better. What was I doing? I think I was doing something with this. No, they're not better anymore. Because now we've upped the solar panels with a bit of gold and solar panels. Oh yeah, check out them panels. 4 watts per second. I'm not sure what accent I was trying to do there. It was probably insensitive. I apologise for everything, as usual. The potatoes are no longer any good. They've been superseded, seed potatoes, by the panels, I guess. And how does this compare with this? 6 times. This is what I do. See, I'm gonna be obsessive. I must tweak stuff to get the optimal efficiency. I just feel like I'm doing something. I'm doing something useful here. So you don't need to click this, but if I'm here, I need to click it. A bit obsessive, a bit of clicking and tweaking. You know, it's a good thing I like engineering. It's a good thing I'm not too much into like tinkering with cars or anything like that, because that would be an expensive hobby. I think I would be fairly terrible at that kind of thing. I'm looking at this. I'm not really reading. I'm just flapping my chops as usual. 32 versus 122. So that's 4 times. What does that mean? Buy one of those? Let's buy some of those. Sure. Right. Let's be saving up for something. What are we getting now? Nearly over 3,700 per second. Which is probably about 4,000. No, 7,000 per second if I'm clicking as well. Look at this stream of satellites. I have actually played this game before, so I know what's coming, which is part of the fun really, but never quite the same way. And this string of satellites. What are you drifting over here for? That's not in orbit, is it? What's caused you to go in a straight line over here? It's all circles in space, isn't it? Is it probably all circles? I don't know. We'll keep saving up. We'll get to the landing pod. I'll be there before long. I refuse to be tempted by the graphene Sputnik wraps. I'm breezing on past, heading for the pod module. So much junk in the atmosphere, or rather, on the edge of space, I guess. On the edge of the atmosphere. All this trash floating around. Potato-based trash we've got. I guess we're going to burn it all up. There's going to be some metal components in there, but I guess we can get rid of some of that. Anyway, over there. Oh, good stuff. Okay. Hopper R-Type's person pod is ready for separation, so we are a person. And we're going down. The ship will remain in orbit for thing-making operations. It'll take a trolley load of power to get us out of orbit. Fire when ready using the idea. Oh, I'm not actually out of orbit yet. I'm just sitting in my pod, which smells plenty of spuds, drumming my fingers, waiting for the 2 million joules needed to launch us. Why does it take a lot of power to get us into out of orbit? Out of orbit isn't that hard. You just need to push your balance off slightly, your velocity or whatever else. Is that us floating there? No, it's a satellite going past, I think. I thought maybe we were attached to the outside of the ship, but no. Yeah, you just need a bit of a push to get yourself out of orbit and start going in. Isn't that it? Isn't that how it works? Gravity does the whole shebang for you. Helps out. I don't know. Did it say Tater Tower before down over there on the other side as well? By the way. Sorry for clunking. I've got a cup of tea, or rather a mug of tea. Ah, there we go. So Tater Tower. So we need the landing pod, then we can build this, which will give us 1,600 delicious joules per second. We're only getting 5,300 at the moment, so that's a significant chunk. Yeah, mass-produced power potatoes. I guess it's a plant on Earth, as it presumably is, just making racks of spuds, like the Matrix, but instead of the fields of people, it's fields of spuds instead, which seems much nicer to the tooth. I would have to agree. Especially if that atmosphere is a nice bit of CO2. Nice thick layer of CO2. That'd be lovely. Lovely for your spuds. Oh, they'll come up lovely, they will. Biggest prize-winning potatoes. Oh, I've got all farmer. Okay. And then we've got something else here. Requires planet booster. Ooh, what are we going to do to the planet? He says, know perfectly well what we're going to do to the planet before long. Come on, we're nearly there. How long can I flannel on for? Quite a long time, probably, actually. Almost an infinite amount of time I can talk rubbish for, I'd imagine so. But just enough to get 2 million to get ready to send us back to Earth. Here we go. Launch me. With our separation from the main ship, I guess we take a copy of the AI with us. Our thing maker can focus on bigger things. What, were we in the way? Oh, with the blue dot, by the way. Are we? Then how are we taking up room? Are we causing problems? Well, population Earth is about to be 1 again. Presumably it's me. Entering atmosphere. Pods still intact after that nasty impact. I spilled some of my tea, actually. Oh, the Earth thing. Yeah, looks like this is it. Let's get our radar improved using, I don't know, our massive Sputnik network, maybe? Whatever. Just to confirm the Earth theory. Also, I think we've got enough data to understand how the humans all killed themselves. We killed ourselves. Anyone surprised out there? Anybody? Anybody? No. No point explaining to you. It's pretty complicated stuff. Oh, get you. I may have a world-saving plan, though. Cast that system peaker for sure. So, yeah, the system peaker, will, for 20 million joules, will basically let us look at the rest of the system. Have we got the same chunks of rock and gas and ice floating around up there that we're expecting? I presume we do. Can we make a Tater Tower yet? We can't make a Tater Tower. It's a bit expensive. Do we even want to launch a Tater Tower? I expect we want to launch one, because it's kind of cool. 1,600. So 8 times. And more than 8 times the cost. So I guess we need some more power. Might have to come back to that. Let's put a few more potato plants down there. Potato plant roots for 3 million. What does that do? As if I can't guess. Suck the nutrients out of the surface. Potato plant power gain times by 3. There's a system peaker and the superkinetogen. Enough to make a tiny galaxy wince. 10,000 joules per cycle. Pretty good, but get into 30 million, you know, it all balances out. I guess we're waiting for a tower, aren't we, really? Waiting for the 4 mil. That's going to come before, or maybe the potato plant roots. What are the potato plants doing right now? They are delivering us 17%, and that will put us up to 35% or something, more than nearly 50%. So that's probably worth it next, isn't it? Really, the 3 mil for that. Probably. Okay. What we got to now? I have so I put another potato upgrade. I think it was on the potato plants, and it says, if we keep with these tater upgrades, the bloody planet will be a King Edward soon. 3 times potato plant power gain. And also we have a bit more Russian, because I upgraded our Sputniks again. 2 times power gain for my trusty Sputniks. And the reason I brought you back is because launch tower. Potato plants, quite frankly, are probably better for 690 joules. At significantly less cost. But here it comes. It's quite big, as you can see. The music's even gone quiet to let it land. Boom. Tater Tower, not necessarily. So the last time we heard, the atmosphere, one of these red sparks, is around about here. So this thing is way outside the atmosphere. Why is it so huge? And I've never noticed these red sparks. What are these red sparks? I've never noticed those before. Are those like dust that blew off where our Tater Tower landed? That is huge. I mean, that's beyond what you need for an orbital tower, isn't it, really? There we are, by the way. It didn't land on us. What's the power? Oh, wow. So we were at 10,000 per sec. And then we went up to, when I put these 2 upgrades in, and then the tower, went up to 15,000 per second. Thousands. So, there's still not much point in building anything other than these. Oh, we've got a new one. No? Another potato plant planters. Self-replicating power, or something like that. Yeah, even the game's starting to give up on making pseudo-sensible explanations of these things. But we're gaining a lot of juice. There comes the two thingies coming in. 1,500 increase. 16.5 now. So yeah, we keep on going. Planet boost we can't do. This is all we've got to go for now. We just have to get this, basically. There's nothing else to work for really, apart from we can get these. But you know, what's the power? What are they on right now? Actually, no, that would be really good if I do save for the 10 million, because it goes. They're already giving us 45% of our total energy. If we put that in, mama, potato. So yeah, so we'll do that, and then I'll bring you back for this thing, and we can have a look outside out here and see what other interesting stuff we can find or not in the system.